Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. How do we gain credibility? So let's say someone trusts us, believes in us. How do you gain that? How do you achieve that? That is by doing what you said that you will be doing consistently. So if you are honest in what you say and what you do, they are directly connected, then you will achieve, a status of a trusted person. If you break that trust by saying something and doing something else, then you lose that. Correct? Correct. That's basic, kindergarten education. We have a little problem here because we have the Prime Minister of Italy, Giorgia Meloni. Giorgia Meloni, I have to confess, without a big light in front of my head and a guy beating me up, that I had some expectations from her based on what she said. I kind of liked what she said about what she wants to build in Italy, what she fights for. She was called a fascist by the detractors because that's what they do. Instead of beating you with logic and intellect, they will call you names like kindergarten again. So she came with some values and some vision on how Italy should be led. And she was elected, or her party was elected, according to her statements. So she said, I will do A, B, C. I will not do, let's say, Y, Z, and whatever else, W. Well, she got in power. She got to be the Prime Minister of Italy. So she's a very, very powerful person, supposedly. And do you think she's doing A, B, C? No, she's doing A. She's not doing B or C, but she's doing Z and Y and maybe W. So that tells me that she's not a trustworthy person. That means I, as an observer, I'm not an Italian, I'm not a citizen of Italy, for me, she lost credibility. Remember, for every lie that a human being utters, in order to regain the balance, you fall in someone's, how should I put it? Someone is not going to trust you anymore. In order to build trust again, you have to tell about, on average, 9 truthful things, verifiable, by the way. So, with one lie, you drop here. In order to get back to this level, you have to tell the truth at least 9 times to maybe come to the same level where you were before. Well, it seems like she broke that circle of trust. Remember that movie, The Fuckers? Remember? With Ben Stiller and what's his name, whatever, that actor. I can't remember. Not that I like him, because I don't. But, the comedy with Barbara Streisand and another guy was a kosher. Anyway, let's go back here. So what happened here? We have Meloni, who is doing this to Ukraine. So she is Italy first. And she seems to be part of the big club and the swamp. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to implement ABC or BC because she's part of the team. That's what I think. Italy considers air defense systems for Ukraine, Meloni says to Zelensky. This article comes from European Pravda from December 27th, 2022, today. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has held a telephone conversation with the Prime Minister of Italy, Giorgia Meloni. Zelensky thanked the head of the Italian government for solidarity and comprehensive support of Ukraine. He also welcomed the Italian government's allocation of additional 10 million euros in aid, which was announced by Italy's Minister of Foreign Affairs Antonio Tajani, or Tajani, I don't know exactly, I think it's Tajani, at a conference in Paris on December 13th. Mrs. Meloni, I'm quoting, informed me that the issue of providing air defense systems to protect Ukrainian skies is being considered. With this formula, Zelensky tweeted. All right, now, it is currently uncertain which air defense systems Italy is going to hand over to Ukraine. It doesn't matter. But the media reported in November that Italy considered SAMP-T and Aspide systems as part of the new aid package. Earlier, the Prime Minister of Italy stated that would like to visit Ukraine in early 2023. Giorgia Meloni is the leader of the right-wing Brothers of Italy party, who became the first female prime minister in September. Right-wing, they don't call it fascist anymore because Italy is going to give us air defense systems. If she doesn't give us air defense systems, the next article will call her party fascist, linked to Mussolini. That's what they did, not me. After winning the elections, she promised support for Ukraine after winning the elections, not before winning the elections. Catch that? All right. And underlined military aid to Ukraine as the only condition for the possible achievement of peace between Kiev and Moscow. Okay, so that's a very narrow-minded individual. But hey, I don't think she can do whatever she wants, because as I stated many times before, this is the way it works. As some other people said, smarter than me and with more information than me. They say like this: a lot of people who want to get elected in office, they succeed. But before they get elected, they promise A, B, C, D. And the population says, yeah, finally, we got those guys who will fight the Z, Y, W, or whatever you want to, however you want to get the end of the alphabet, okay? And finally someone that works for us, and someone is going to do it. That's why you get voted. When you get voted in the office, you do what Meloni did. You don't do A, B, C, you go back and do that. No, that's lying. And that's what happens now. Meloni is voted with all her weasel, what's his name, Salvini, and the other one is Berlusconi. Meloni, Salvini, Berlusconi, BBBB, Emi, all these guys. So they are voted for what, 4 years or so? So 4 years the Italians are again screwed, big dip. Okay, why? Because they have to work in the system. So they're gonna wait their country to go lower and lower and lower, as these weasels are gonna do the same thing, Y, Z, W, and not A, B, C, they said they will be. And that's how democracy works for you. That's why I love mass democracy, because these weasels come and tell you that, they get in power, you can't change them. What, are you gonna do something, what, protest? You can protest how much you want, I don't give a damn. That's how they think. But are gonna be violent? Get them, and you get beaten and arrested and so on. Remember, look at many incidents. Look in the United States of America, the land of the free, or look in France right now with the Kurds, rioters and so on. Anyway, or Iran for that matter. So yeah, that's what happens with these weasels. So when they get in power, they think maybe they are really moved and pushed by this ABC. They want to achieve that. When they get in power, it's like you enter and you get hired, okay? And you get hired, let's say, as a position, you think you're the boss. And when you get over there, the first day in the office, some people enter your office and they say, okay, buddy, this is the way this company is ran, even though you're in charge. On the paper. So this is the way things are run, buddy, in this company. You just pretend you do this business as usual, and you continue the policy that are supposed to be continued by the head office, that you don't even know who that head office is yet. And then you find out who the head office is, all right? So then that's how, and you say, well, if you try to do something, it happens what happened to Trump. Nobody's going to listen to you. They say, hey, I want that done, I want that done, I want that done. And the guy says, yeah, we're going to do it, yeah. Let's play cards and so on. And then, hey, did you do that? Yeah, okay, all right. Did you do that? No. Okay, you're fired. And you hire someone who's going to listen to the head office, not to you. So that's, I think, where Meloni is. Meloni is going to say what? If you're going to say, well, we're not going to help Ukraine, she's going to be a Nazi in a second after she says that, or a fascist after she mentioned that. She's going to be drawn a mustache and all that. Believe me, because that's kindergarten level. Think how a kindergarten kid will react, and that's the way these react. The same way. Why? Because their message is directed not to you and I. It's directed to that strata, segment of the society that thinks in those terms as a kindergarten, below 86 IQ. You don't believe me? Look around you. Look how people just group anything, the mass media, how stupid some informations are, you say, no, come on, it's impossible, man, to be, and they believe it. Do you have any conversations with people and figure it out? You say something and they just parrot you back something, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And when you ask them for okay, how did you reach that point? You know what they're gonna say? Well, Don Lemon from CNN said it. So again, how did you figure that out? Well, Don Lemon said it. That's not gonna mean anything. He's an idiot, okay? You need to bring evidence, not a guy who's just parroting something that you memorize it and take it as good. But they do it, and they believe in it. Or they might tell you about the movie they watched and say, hey, that was in the Avatar movie, and because it's in the movie, see, that must be true. And you're like, okay. So you talk, and you ask that person, how in the fuck you drive a car? How in the hell you go and buy bread with this kind of... It's very interesting. It's very interesting how you find people, they're not even able to think, I don't know, like a toddler, okay, but they function in a society, and you expect that, hey, we all have to, we're all equal, we're all capable, no, we're not. How nobody prevents you from reading, getting involved in things, getting information. Nobody. You can do that. Where's the oppression? You want a book, go to the library. Nobody's gonna say, hey, you are this, we're not gonna, you are, I don't know, 5'2" or something, we're not gonna let you, oh, you're 3,000 pounds, we're not gonna give you a book. Oh, you have this color, we're not gonna let you go. Oh, you got a blue eyes, we're not gonna let you borrow a book. No, it's just you put some fucking effort, all right? That's all you need to do. And open your freaking attic if you can. Well, I know genetics also play a role in all these things. I know I will be probably, but it's reality, and it's not me saying that. It's follow the science. Remember Dr. Fauci? I don't want to even start with that. Yes, that's good. No, that's not. Yes, that's good. Yes, that's not. Which one is it? Science. It changes by how the politics blow. Yeah. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart. So Meloni, nope. She needs to redeem herself for her population in the first place. And you say, what's wrong with helping Ukraine? Well, when you have a fucked up economy and a country that suffers, you give them millions of dollars. How is that hanky panky? No. Don't suck up to other people. That's your country. Those are your people. Make sure you help them first and foremost, and then you can help others. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.